it's sunny out here. I'm going to show you guys what I've been up to. I haven't done a video in a long time, so I ended up fixing all of the skirting behind me here. I fixed about 95% of it. I still have a little bit to do on the opposite end. And yeah, so I wanted to show you guys my garden. I've been working really hard on it and it turned out fabulous. There's a couple more things I need to do, but other than that, come on, let me show you. Here are some of the snap peas that I planted before springtime, and I'm pretty amazed how quickly they shot up. They're about 4 feet tall right now, and I think I have about 25 to 35 plants. So I'm excited to see the yield that I'll get this year. Last year I only had a few snap peas, and they were not as big as these. Entering the garden, on the right hand side I have my compost pile, and I planted some random tomato plants within the cement bricks. So I'm not sure if you guys remembered, but I had to bring in a lot of dirt, and the first batch of dirt was just a dirty mulch that consisted of broken down mulch, dirt, rocks, and all kinds of stuff. Well, I ended up buying a truckload of topsoil and adding that to the top of the dirty mulch, and then adding wood chips. So here's some garlic that I've planted, and it's really sprout up quickly, and a red bell pepper. Oh, and there's a parsley that shot up too. And this is my strawberry patch. And what I did is I just went and bought store-bought strawberries. I believe I bought these from Ace Hardware. And the reason why I bought these is they're pre-annuals, so they'll come back every single year. And I'm hoping to have a really big batch of them. Then over here I have some stir-fry broccoli and just some random peas that shot up. And I think there's a couple of tomato plants and stuff like that in there. Now, the next garden bed over here, which I'm not done doing, I still need to add soil and mulch. But yeah, those are asparagus. And I also added asparagus root. And as you can see, one of the asparagus has sprout up already. So I think there's about 10 or 15 roots underneath there also. And then over to the side over here, I have some cabbage. And then my sister gave me this plant. It's a Jerusalem artichoke. And if you don't know, these are pre-annual also, and they will spread. I have a lot of chives and onions that I planted on this side, a lot of snap peas and beans, and here's some fresh dill. And then I have these random plants coming up. I think they're either squash or zucchini or something like that. A couple of bell peppers. I'm really happy how everything turned out. It took me a year to do this. I had to build the soil because there was only red clay, and my garden pretty much failed last year. I had a couple of things that I was able to use and eat off of, but it wasn't like how it looks now. So then going over here, this is all the stuff that I planted last year that came back. Here is a lot of the spearmint. I have a rosemary bush that's brand new, but a lot of my spearmint, mint, chocolate mint, cinnamon, basil, it all ended up coming back, and it's starting to spread. So over here in the middle, I transplanted all of my blueberry bushes. There's a total of 14. And as they get bigger, I'll go ahead and transplant them to other places in the garden. But yeah, as you can see, they're producing a lot of blueberries, and I'm excited to see how many we'll get this year. So in the middle of the blueberry bushes, I went ahead and put in some lavender plants just because they have these beautiful purple flowers that attract bees and they're great for pollination. So on the right side of the garden, I planted 2 different rows and then a walking path in the middle. It just consists of kale, parsley, a bunch of different vegetables that I planted. I had to rebuild all of the soil on this property because it was on a extreme slope and I had to build up the dirt. But over here, I brought up all of the rocks that were down below and made another garden bed with 2 rows, and it has a bunch of different vegetables in it also. Yeah, so this is my garden and I am really, really excited how it turned out. There's still a couple extra things that I need to do. I'm pretty proud of everything that I accomplished with my garden, from building the fencing, building the garden beds, bringing in the soil, figuring out different methods to use for planting, and bringing in all of the wood chips. So it was a pretty big project. Like I said, it took me a year, but overall, I'm super excited how it turned out.